of those things where it's like, the economy right now ain't the best.
Kim Rodriguez says they're struggling to get unemployment benefits because they claim the company isn't responding to state requests to verify their employment.
My family depends on me. I have kids, I got bills, rent, and now I have a baby due anytime soon this month. It could be today, tomorrow, any day.
Financial troubles may have been building behind the scenes. The company faces 6 lawsuits filed against them in the past year. The latest judgment ordered against them for over $2.2 million. Lindsay Bransfield says those issues were apparent on the job, recalling calls from cannabis suppliers asking when they'd be paid.
I don't think they really had any desire to pay their debts. I don't know, but I feel like now we're all getting the short end of the stick when we did nothing but like show up and show out while we were here.
Pure Oasis made history as Boston's first recreational cannabis shop back in 2020, but now its abrupt closure is leaving both workers and customers in the dark.
Yeah, I just drove
this guy, he's looking. He's like, what's going on here?
Go inside. I'm very surprised. And then
like, wait a minute, man. This is
shut down.
I reached out.
Saying that. That spot was there. That spot was there for a while. I know, like she said, when they did open, the line used to be out the door.
Right. But
I didn't see that coming though.
I didn't see that coming because I didn't really give it any thought. But kind of like after watching the story, it kind of makes sense to me because like dispensaries are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, it's overly saturated.
When that first 2 years, that marijuana recreational usage, Massachusetts, they were popping up everywhere, bro. So and the other thing is, I feel like this is the one in Grove Hall, right?
Yeah, right by the headquarters. Yeah.
Have you? So you've seen the property? This thing is huge.
Yeah, it is massive. Yeah.
Like they didn't really factor in like what their business would look like.
Right.
So think about that. Think about how huge that property is, how much the rent would be.
Right. Yeah.
Versus how many employees they had. The facility is pretty big.
It is.
It almost seemed like it was big enough to probably grow in there, if you asked me. But of course, I'm not allowed to do that. So.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that they kind of underestimated the business on what would be their overhead versus their profitability, and I think that's where they kind of got stuck, in my opinion.
I do. Yeah, I remember though. Either during, I want to say during COVID. It's just a weird time too. Like right after COVID or right during COVID, all these dispensaries start opening up. It's like why are we opening up these dispensaries? Yeah, they're like Dunkin' Donuts now. They're like at that. At that rate, no, seriously, like every Dunkin' Donuts.
Runs on
I mean, you got at least 3 or 4 Dunkin' Donuts in your city. You got at least 2 or 3 dispensaries. Where I'm at, I got at least 4 or 5 dispensaries in my area, which is like, that's insane.
Like, I mean, how many potheads are you?
You service, right? Yeah. I know that particular location got
Take no offense when I say potheads. Every now and then, I'm a grown up as adult. So,
we all make bad decisions. No, but that particular location got broken into. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, they
I did
ran.
not hear about that.
I want to say like 2 or 3 years into opening up. It was about, I want to say like 6 or 8 kids ran in there and just took a bunch of merchandise. Yeah, they took a bunch of merchandise. Yeah, but I'm sure all that stuff was insured. When you're dealing with that. Yeah.
Also, the thing that kind of sucks from what they were saying is like the employees couldn't get a hold of the owners to try to,
reconcile.
I don't think that they might get assistance based on it's not like.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's, like they couldn't even open bank accounts because it's a federal thing, right? So
yeah. I don't know how that works, bro.
Or like how if the employees of a dispensary would qualify for government assistance because they
down there a
fall
different thing
within the system's like legalities.
Right. They did reply though. One of the replies is they will be able to collect. So I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't. The thing is though, just like with Oracle laid off 30,000 of their employees via email.
Right.
That's even better than showing up to work and not being able to get into the building, just not even knowing that There's no more work to be had. The whole building is shut down.
Right.
At least send me an email. I just left the house. I got spent gas, so I had to hop on the T to get to work. You know, so it's crazy. It's still unfortunate, but sheesh, they didn't even tell them nothing. That's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
That's wild, man. But I'm sure they'll be okay though, man. You know, there's a lot of other dispensaries out there hiring. It's a competitive market now.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's getting to the point where I guess I don't know. Some of my peoples are telling me they still rather get it from their contacts.
They're local. Yeah, they're local pharmaceutical aid.
Yeah, you know the street corner pharmacy technicians.
Yeah, good. Keep the small business guys in business too.
Right.
They got you know. Yeah, I'm a small business supporter, man. I'm all for it.